If you guys need any cards, packs, sleeves, anything of that nature, shop on TCG Player using my affiliate link in the description. In yesterday's video, we pitted all of the Neo-Spacian decks against one another, and the Insect one ended up doing surprisingly well, which was very interesting because I've kind of dismissed this as like the worst build or the jankest, but it definitely overperformed my expectations. We're going to be giving it a second chance here today to see what we can do with it. See if maybe there was something to it, or if its performance was just kind of lucky. Maybe it drew well, maybe the things it ran into drew poorly. So we're going to get to the bottom of that here today. I've got 4 different replays, but first let's go over the deck list. Yeah, we're playing Doom Dozers, Flare Scarabs, Aztecapedes, and Lair Wires. So the whole point of the deck is to use Convert Contact and our mill cards to just send insects to the graveyard, set up all of our various things that banish insects from the graveyard to give us advantage. And then we're also just on like Raikou Caius stuff, all the standard, well, a lot of the standard Neo-Spacian cards. We don't have like Dark Armed and Sork, which is like a big negative to me because I think the Neo-Spacian engine really wants to be playing Dark Armed and Sork. But of course we don't really have room for that since all of our boss monster oriented stuff is around win cons that need insects in the graveyard, so we can't really be like having redundant other crap in the deck. And then we just got a bunch of staples. So that's the build. Let's get into the replays. We have 4 separate matches. I think it's like 3 against Blackwings, 1 against Frogs. Why am I not showing both here? So it looks like this is one of the Blackwing replays. I forget which one this was, but the opponents opened Whirlwinds and like, yeah, just a bunch of stuff. We have to kill the Whirlwind, like we just have to. No getting around that fact. That card's going to give them a +1 every turn until we kill it, so if you don't kill it right away, the game is basically over. They deprison the Trooper, which does suck. They Typhoon the Mirror, which sucks even more than the Trooper getting deprisoned, because, yeah, that would have basically been a game-winning Mirror Force right there. We're going to go for the Aztecapede. No, we're going to go for the Doom Dozer and then get Dust Shooted, which is pretty bad. They shuffle away our only other insect, which means this Doom Dozer is just dead. We go set Raikou, and then another Whirlwind. I have to Judgment this. I could have also Judgmented the Whirlwind. Maybe I should have just Judgmented the Whirlwind, because now we have to spend the Raikou pop on it again. Otherwise, the opponent will just win the duel because Whirlwind's a good card. We do go for Stardust. We have maybe a chance to ride Stardust to victory here. They could have just won with that Brain Control. I don't know why they didn't do it. Yeah, we were dead to that. Anyway, they top deck Blizzard, which is the next best top deck after Brain Control, and then we Torrential the Field. Goes for Aztecapede attack. Here they just forgot they had Brain Control still. The Aztecapede like mills the Vayu with its effect, and then that will let them summon Armed Wing, at which point I decided we have lost the game, so we go to the next one. It sucks when cards that just like have that random mill effect actually come up. Game 2, we've got pretty solid hands. We can do a bunch of stuff. Draw a bunch of cards. I wonder if Allure... I feel like I bricked on Allure a lot more in this deck than I probably should have. I'm going to have to double check the dark count in here. But we go for Lair Wire, pop the set monster, Allure, draw more cards, set, and then just pass. Opponent's going to bring back and then make Android. I don't know why they made Android given that they knew I had Grand Mole, but we take those. I decided to just hit the back row since we can out this with the Grand Mole, of course, which we're going to do. And this Rhoda is officially dead, I think. The Aqua Dolphin and the Armageddonite and the Porter are all gone out of our deck. So the Rhoda's kind of just a brick. Does suck. And then I think we have to... No, they go for this. I didn't need to bottomless that, maybe. I could have just, like, Grand Molded or hit over it. No, I could have dropped Trag and Grand Molded back and then hit in and then used bottomless on their next summon. So that might have been a bit of a misplay. Then we're just doing mole stuff. Not a bad spot. We do need to find some pressure. I think Doom Dozer is kind of the last vestiges of pressure we have left in our deck. We do just keep bouncing the mole. I could have also taken the damage and dropped the Trag, but I decided I wanted to keep doing the mole stuff. Maybe I shouldn't have, though. Maybe I should have just dropped the Trag. Well, whatever. This is at 3k. It plays around the Kalut. I don't know why they didn't Icarus attack me at any point here. Really weird. They just like waited to aggressively do it in like their main 2 of that turn. Very strange. I think they should have icked on my turn. Here they're gonna hit over this, and We summoned the Doomdozer. This is another dead card in my hand now, which sucks. We drew all 3 of them this game, which you don't generally want to do. Unless you're on Avarice. And we're taking a bunch of damage. We do drop Gores, but they have Mirror Force in hand, so we just lose no matter what we do, I think. Yeah, we can't afford to play around Mirror Force in any way. We just have to go for it, hope this is a bluff, but it's Mirror Force, so we lose that one as well. This duel was against a average DB username, by the way. Anyway, oh, this was a different Blackwing deck. Dang, Blackwing's everywhere. Alright, we just go Convert. They opened up Whirlwind, Shura, and our hand was 5 monsters, so I should have maybe just scooped right there. That was a pretty aggressive Icarus attack. If I weren't just bricked, this is the kind of play that could definitely cost you the game, but obviously that did not happen because we have a weak hand that doesn't do much. It loses to any disruption here, and we get Ick attacked again, so we scoop it up and go to game 2. Not really possible to win that one with what we had. Game 2, we have a Convert Contact opening, pretty good. Set the Raikou, set the Lair Wire. Opponent goes set. We obviously just Lair Wire and end phase. It's pretty clear that one of these back rows Ick attack. They shouldn't have set 3, not playing around Storm though. That's very throwy. They do, because if I had Storm, the game would just be over. We play into the Collude, we get colluded, that's fine. We summon the Armageddon Knight. We get the Grand Mold to our hand, all good. They hit over. Here we're gonna just Convert Contact, I think. Get that Insect to our grave. Okay, yeah, we summon Doomdozer, it gets Mirror Force, that's fine, we set our own. We Mirror Force them, and then we go for Trooper attack, and then we do just get OTK'd by Whirlwind, normal summon, plus Brain Control, because we know this back row is Icarus attack, and that doesn't matter when I drop the Gores here, we're just dead. So a little bit unfortunate. I think we were in a strong position to win this one if we didn't randomly die like that, but we did. So we're going to lose that one as well. On to the next match. I think this was against Frogs. There was definitely one against Frogs that I remember. Why is it not having show both as like a default? It is Burn Frogs, right? Okay. Remember game 1, we didn't like see anything. First of all, they randomly blind typhooned the charge just for no reason. Like they didn't have a play, so I'm not sure why they did that. I was planning on just like having it be like a pro set heavy, of course, because you can flip the charge and then heavy. So it's basically the same thing, but without like risking the heavy. Then we're going to go in, get a bunch of damage, end phase pitch a bunch of damage, 14 damage. Then we storm, they chain everything, that's fine. We just keep bouncing their stuff. Yeah, this game we didn't like see anything. We only saw these 3 cards. I think that's all I saw. So I assumed it was Burn Frogs going game 2 because of Wabaku Econ. I couldn't think of another deck that would play both of those, so we brought in the Vanity's Fiend and the Mind Crush, all of the frog hate kind of cards. We're just going to summon, hit in. This confirms that it is Frogs. And here they could have double duped, but it's kind of awkward because the other dupe's in their hand, so they decide to go for Unifrog. And then I believe they tried to like attack directly with Unifrog with like Substitute on the field, which isn't a frog, so the uni wouldn't have even worked, but I still just Mirror Force anyway because it's like very value. And we end phase Typhoon, we go for the Grand Mole, we're just beating them down with the Vanity's Fiend at this point. Not exactly clear why they didn't creature swap the Vanity's Fiend there. I guess I would have just Grand Mole put it back to my hand, but yeah, I'm not sure. They can't use the Lava Golems, of course, because Vanity's Fiend is on the field. But yeah, I think they should have creature swapped. They couldn't do anything here because they couldn't get over the Trooper. I think they should have just creature swapped earlier, maybe. But yeah, Burn Frog is going to go down in a swift 2-0. Then final match was against Blackwings again, if I do recall correctly. And we have a kind of bad opening, but so do they. They instantly Icarus, which is fine because we go +1 on that. And then I think we just pass. We could have summoned the mole attacked. I don't know why we didn't. We just like missed out on 900 damage there. They should have probably just mirrored this thing. They're taking damage for no reason when they could just Mirror Force. And they summon Sirocco, set a bunch. We bounce it to hand. No. Mirror Force finally going to be used. Now we can Convert Contact again. Drawing more cards. We've drawn like every Azteca beat, which is pretty crazy. We end up dropping the Trigodia. We go Battle Phase Attack. And yeah, they just like take it. So I figure we can keep hitting in. This Trag is just like 36, so they can't even collude over it. We also have a Lair Wire set, which can stop a lot. They go for the Torrential to out it. We drop Doomdozer, which gets bottomless. We go Armonite, send the last insect in our deck, drop Aztekipede. Could have gone for game, but it would have turned off my Lair Wire, so I decided not to. They do have 3 darks, exactly. I didn't get to mill a dark with the Aztekipede, unfortunately, but we go for the Lair Wire, which forces out the Solemn Judgment, which is going to allow us to just win the duel next turn because they don't play around to Gores. So the Gores is going to come down, and we just, I think we just beat in for game. Yeah, okay, we just crash, attack for game. We win game 1, game number 2. What happens in game number 2 here? So opponent, kind of an sort of opening. Not that like terrible, but just average. Now here, yeah, they do have a pretty decent play with the Minecon on the Raikou into the Blizzard, very solid. They go for Silverwind, I guess because the set is Icarus attack. Now we Storm, force the Icarus attack, go for charge, get the Raikou. I think we just set the Raikou, yeah. And the back row gets stormed. Here they go for the Sirocco into the Bora, doing a ton of damage. I decided to pop the Bora because we can't really let that Sirocco go to grave. We have a Goyo play with the Armageddonite into Send Plague. Then here we just keep taking the set monsters. We are dead to top deck Blizzard or top deck Sirocco, so there's 4 cards in the deck that just kill us, but they just draw Colute. So we're going to manage to steal that one a bit as well. So those were all 4 of the replays. Overall, we went like 2-2. I wasn't too impressed with how the deck did. In the Blackwing matchup, it was kind of mid as hell. So I feel like kind of gonna just ditch this one again. I'm gonna just assume its performance yesterday was kind of a flash in the pan. A lot of weird things can happen, you know. Just because the deck goes 2-1 in some little 8-man event with all jank decks doesn't mean there's some legitimacy to it. It could have just been luck or whatever. As I mentioned, Edison is a format with a fair deal of variance, so there is that to keep in mind. Kind of sad for the insect fans that it has failed to sort of pass my scrutiny, but whatever. It's a fun deck, it's cool and all that, and that's the main point of what we do here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.